Welcome to BRAINELM Lab's channel. Here our goal is to make you better aware of personal finance and other money and finance-related topics. No need to like or subscribe if you do not like the video. We genuinely want your honest comment in comment box.
So let me ask you a question. You think you know what you really make per hour? Because that big salary number on your job offer, well, it's not the whole story, not even close. In fact, it can be pretty misleading, and the true value of your time is often way lower than you realize.
And that brings us to this hidden financial drain that honestly affects millions of us. It's called the commuter trap. Getting your head around this concept is the absolute first step toward making smarter decisions about your career and your money.
Okay, so what is this thing exactly? The commuter trap is basically a cycle. You take a job based on the salary, right? But then the daily grind of just getting there starts to eat away at what you're actually earning in both time and money. It gives you this false sense of security, and before you know it, you're trapped in a job that isn't nearly as profitable as it looked on paper.
So how does this trap actually work? How does it get you? Well, it all comes down to two kinds of costs. The first is the obvious one, the money that's literally leaving your wallet. But then there's the other, even more valuable currency you're spending every single day, and that's your time.
Look, on one side, you've got the direct money costs. We're talking about gas for the car, tolls, maintenance, all the stuff you can see on a bank statement. Those are easy enough to track. But the real cost, the one that truly snaps the trap shut, is your time. Think about it. It's basically unpaid labor you're giving away for free. Hours you will never, ever get back.
Okay, so how do we get out of this mess? How do you escape the trap? Well, it all starts with a really simple but incredibly powerful calculation. It's a way to figure out what your time is actually worth, and we call it the real hourly wage.
Now this is the crucial part. Your real hourly wage is probably the most honest number you can look at for your job. Why? Because it accounts for all the money you're spending just to be able to work. And even more importantly, it counts all the hours you dedicate, and that includes every single minute you're stuck in traffic or sitting on a train. This is the true number you should be using when you're comparing job offers.
All right, theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. We're going to apply this exact calculation to a scenario that I think a lot of you will find pretty familiar.
Okay, let's meet Maria. She just landed a new job with what looks like a great salary, $62,400 a year. On paper, you'd think, wow, that's a fantastic career move for her.
So if you do the quick math on a standard 40-hour work week, it comes out to a pretty solid $30 an hour. And that's the number Maria is looking at. It's the number her friends see. And honestly, it's the number most of us would use to judge the job. But we know there's more to the story, don't we?
Now let's factor in her commute. Maria spends 2 hours every single day just traveling to and from work. That adds up fast. We're talking 10 extra totally unpaid hours every single week. On top of that, she's spending about $100 a week on gas, tolls, and parking. These are those hidden costs, just eating away at her paycheck.
Okay, let's walk through the math. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, we start with her weekly pay of $1,200. Step 2, we subtract that $100 in commuting costs, leaving her with a real take-home of $1,100. Now for Step 3, we add up all her time. That's the 40 hours she works, plus those 10 hours of commuting. So she's really putting in 50 hours a week for this job. And the final step, we just divide her real pay by her real hours.
And here's the big reveal. Maria's real hourly wage isn't $30. It's only $22. Just think about that. Her commute has literally erased $8 from every single hour she works. That's like taking a pay cut of over 25%. Ouch.
And when you look at it like this, it just illustrates the commuter trap perfectly, doesn't it? That huge gap between the tall bar, what she thinks she's making, and that shorter bar, what she's actually getting paid for her time, well, that gap is the hidden cost. This is her true financial reality.
So what's the big takeaway here? What do you do with this info? Well, the goal isn't just to learn a new concept. It's to give you a tool to empower you to make better financial and really better life decisions for yourself. You know, there's a great metaphor for this whole idea. Don't plant your tree in bad soil. Your career, that's your tree, and the job you take, that's the soil. So, a job with a long, expensive commute, that's basically bad soil. It's constantly draining your most precious resources, your time and your money, and it's going to stunt your financial growth for sure.
So here it is, our one simple, actionable takeaway. I want you to take a few minutes and calculate your own real hourly wage. Seriously. Track your commute time for a week, add up the costs, and just run the numbers. That single number is the most powerful tool you have for truly evaluating your current job or a new offer.
And that brings us to the final critical question, the one I want you to ask yourself after this is over. What is your real hourly wage? Go find out. The answer might just surprise you, and it might just change the way you think about your career.
Thank you for watching. Please share it with someone who might need to see this.